Well, we're back to where we started 6 weeks ago, except now it's the end of maple season. So we got to get all these buckets and all these taps, we got to get everything cleaned and sanitized and put back on the shelf so that it's ready to go for next season. So let's get going. That's it. Maple season is officially done. We're closing it out. Everything's been sanitized, cleaned, it's put in storage, and it's back up on the shelf behind me, and it's not going to be touched for another 10 months. But the work here on our homestead does not stop. There's constantly something going on each month, and now we've started chick season, raising our baby chicks, which will be moving to our brooder very soon. And that's going to be for 4-H for fair and for additional egg production for our customers. And we're moving right into seed season. I'm actually about 3 weeks behind on trying to get some of these seeds started, but we got to get these trays filled full of seeds, get them under grow lights, and then hopefully ready to transplant to the garden sometime around mid-May here in Ohio. We're zone 6A and 6B, so that's typically when our last frost is. Now, maple season has been a ton of fun. There's a ton of things that I'm reflecting on, and I assume some of you will do so as well. But one thing I want to look at is, for the next year, how can I become more efficient? And data is a big part of my life of trying to be more efficient so that I can break even and make a profit on the different things that we do on our homestead and not just pour money into something. Now I get it, maple season is a hobby and most of us don't care about the money you put in because it's the knowledge and the skill and the enjoyment of your own maple syrup. Totally agree. But at the same time, if I can cut down on the amount of time I'm using on boiling and some of the cost, then I'm going to do that as well. So one of the big questions that a lot of the pages were going back and forth was this a better season than the previous year? Well, here in Ohio, at least in my location, it was. It was only an 8% better year, but nonetheless, it is still a better year than the previous year. So we saw an 8% increase on the amount of sap that we collected from our taps. So looking at all of our trees, the total sap divided by how many taps we had was a total of 8% more than the previous year. We made a 1/4 gallon more of syrup, 3.5 gallons of syrup this year versus 3 1/4. We kept 1.5 gallons for ourselves and sold under 24 hours the remaining 2 gallons to our customers, which are mainly a lot of our family and friends. So data is a big importance to me. Time has been a huge killer when it comes to making syrup, so boiling it. The one batch, which was I think batch 4, took from start to finish 16 hours. I gotta cut that down. I can't be spending 16 hours making syrup. And I know there's some of you that'll spend 24 hours or 30 hours making syrup. That's just not in my cards. So I'm gonna look at different ways to try and reduce some of that time and get creative and also look at investing in an RO system. So for those that have an RO system, I'm sure understand this. For those that are probably on the fence, maybe that's not something you've considered, but now for me, I can't spend 16 hours when I have kids just boiling sap the syrup. So I'm gonna have to look at an RO system. Hopefully this has been an exciting journey for you following our channel. We're gonna have more information and we'll do a live stream on all the data, all the finance, everything that's Excel. So if you're a data guru and you're looking at ways to try and be more efficient, follow our channel, follow our Facebook. We're going to have all that available. And hopefully it helps maybe make you a little bit more organized or think of creative ways of cutting down cost and time for this operation. We also have a lot of other things going on our homestead, including our farm stand build that is currently being built in my garage. And so if you're looking at building a farm stand, ours is a trailer, pull behind trailer farm stand. Follow our channel on YouTube because we're getting really close to starting to go vertical, actually building the farm stand itself. The trailer has been fully built since then, but follow our channel for that. And then anything that is homestead related. So if you're interested in eggs and chickens and raising chickens, we're doing that. Seeds, gardening, all that stuff, doing that as well. So we appreciate you guys being part of our journey. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.